The following video contains gameplay of a mature rated game and may contain naughty words, sexy times, or people getting serious boo-boos. Make sure you ask your parents first, kids! What's up guys, this is Barnman2205 and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. This is a game, I've been wanting to play this for a while. I've heard really good things about it. I don't know too much. I know that it sort of is a visual novel dating sim kind of thing, like that's how it starts, and it's very like cutesy and girly, and then apparently it sort of devolves and falls apart and is like beautiful and disturbing and crazy and something. I don't actually know what the twist is. I know nothing about the story at all. But I'm very excited. Like there are like age warnings all over the Steam page. Even right now, this is the first screen that we see. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, let's go. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit website. You heard it here first, folks. Let's go. By playing, you agree that you're at least 13. Pretty sure I'm at least 13. Last time I checked, it's been a while. I may have forgotten, but I'm down. I'm excited. I'm excited. I even brought the webcam for this because apparently this is one of those things that you really want to experience, like the reactions to. Oh, actually, settings. Display. Okay, I fixed it, guys. I fixed it. Hilarious. Text with auto sporting. You know what? This is probably fine. Let's start. What's my name? My name is Barnman. That's me. Can I put 2205? No. I can't put numbers. I can put more letters though. I can put 2205. No, that won't work. We'll just go Barman. Barman's fine. I'm excited to meet some girls. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. I feel that. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Oops, I should have turned that off. Sorry if there was a bit of an echo there. I should have fixed that. Also, I'm a little under the weather. Sorry. I wish the weather would decide whether it's hot or cold. Let me tell you, that'd be great if it could do that. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop. Oh, that's me. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Get it together, Sayori. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. It's mean, Barnman. It is, I'm sorry. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Oh, that's me again. I should learn to read the names. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Barnman, have you decided on a club to join yet? I have a feeling I know which club we're going to end up joining. A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Unless it's the video game club. I haven't been looking either. I gotta really figure out who's talking. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? Have I been drinking again? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or skills before college.
Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
I'm not used to the real world. It's a scary place.
You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if it does exaggerate everything inside her head. Crazy Sayori. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Story of my life. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. That's a cool club.
Hello!
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know...
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori?
Yeah?
There is no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway?
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Hee.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes! Let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the hall and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Those dang third years. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Hey everyone, the new member is here. I told
you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy?
Oh, seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere!
Ah, Barnman, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
I'm gonna forget all of these voices. This is bad. That's the sound. That's like the sound that they do in the animes. All words escaped me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! Number 2, who are you? What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. So sorry.
Natsuki?
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Satsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Oh no, that's Sayori. Oh goddamn, she was standing on the spot!
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Barnman.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. All of these girls were out of my league, let's be real. So having her smile at me is so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Feels a little what? Feels a little what?
Come sit down, Barnman. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me, oh Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I get a little excited. Then how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Natsuki. I'm sorry. Either you have stuck with this and you are all in, or you're like, this is ridiculous and I'm out. So, see you later. If this isn't your thing, I totally get it. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. That actually sound adorable.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Vintage Sayori. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Oh, she wants them. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
Made them for you or anything?
Oh, that's a good method for me. Yeah, I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe.
But not for you, you dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep the whole tea set in this classroom?
Oh, you keep the whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission.
I'm pretty sure I've changed the voices like 3 times already. I've settled on them now. I figured them out.
After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away. Man, all these girls are into me.
I mean, that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I do enjoy tea, actually.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Oh, well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to go into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best! You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Barnman, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. This is me! This is actually me! Manga, it is me! I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well.
Apparently this game is one of those.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?
What are they saying?
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Tee. Your cupcakes, your poems? Everything about you is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes.
Why do you care? I think that's impressive. I do actually. Poetry's cool. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Barnman?
Monica smiles warmingly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one little problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Oh, look at them all! Look at them all! How can I say no to those faces? All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought... Barnman...
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. They all lit up at the same time. Oh dear. I need to reactivate my thingy. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment.
If it really just came to the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note.
We didn't read any books! Or club anyone.
Everyone remember tonight's assignment.
Ooh, excuse me, that's my lemon tea coming back.
Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Barnman, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Barnman, since we're already here, do you want me to walk you home?
Oh.
Do you want to walk home together?
I can read, guys. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the 2 of us departed the club room to make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Ho ho, this is gonna be great. I wonder which girl we should go for. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, who are we going for? I reckon we go for Yuri. I'm feeling Yuri. It's the purple hair. The purple hair's getting me. So she's the fantasy one. So we're gonna go with flying. We're gonna go with infinite. I have to pick 20 words? Good lord. We're gonna go with vivid. Heaven sent. Ooh, let's go with rainbow. Sure. Let's go with peaceful. Waterfall. Landscape. Let's go with... Oh, she was reading a horror book. Let's go with horror. Oh, do the girls like jump up when you pick one of their words? Let's... There's a vertigo. Oh, I see. Alone. Oh, whoops. Okay. I'm trying to go for Yuri here. Not you, Sayori. Fantasy. What? I thought Yuri was into the fantasy. Then let's go with Adventure? Oh man. Graveyard. Yeah! Man, okay, I really should have, like, gone back and done, like, paid more attention to the horror stuff. I just saw the word horror and that triggered the memory. Heartbeat, bouncy, poof, forgive? Ah, darn it. Tragedy. What? Massacre. Yeah! Frightening. Yeah! Misfortune? Oh, damn it. Okay, disown, cry, unstable. Cry. Ah. Anxiety. Yes. Oh, that's it? Oh boy.
Hi again, Barnman. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for helping. Thanks for keeping your promise, Barnman. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you.
You're welcome, Yuri. Oh.
Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori tells me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. At least, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or whatever, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! I agree. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Barman always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
Oh, you don't have to be jealous, Yuri.
How come? You and Barman can become good friends too.
Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori?
Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori might make it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me.
Oh, I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, don't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
All right. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sarah and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her for reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Crap.
Oh, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. God, this is my life. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about, anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
All right. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere.
Ah!
Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Barnman?
No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. I didn't forget, I was specifically trying to write a poem to impress her.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
Ah, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
Ah, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Ah, yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
All right.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
Ah, I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Oh ho ho. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Yeah.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumbs and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb under it, and under it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Eh?
To turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glanced over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've become so patient with... me.
Yeah, I started slipping into Monica for a moment. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also second guesses all of the things that she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Barnman, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
Ah! What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Ah.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Ah, it's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Okay. I've been going for over half an hour now. I think I'm actually going to leave it here, because I don't want this to just like drag on and on and on. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. I know none of the weird, crazy stuff that's supposed to happen has happened yet, but I'm sure it's coming. Give it time. Give it time. I'm sure it's going to happen. So thank you so much, guys. Like this video. If you like this video, give it a like so I know you liked it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. And subscribe so you can check out the rest of this series as it happens. Thank you so much, guys. Please keep it real and keep it Barnman.